Hi, today we're going to talk about some of the things we love about the Dyson Ball Animal 2 upright vacuum cleaner. But first, what do you get when you buy a Dyson Ball Animal 2? Well, obviously you get the vacuum itself, and that comes with a wand, and the wand is integrated into the handle here. It can come out, and it can come all the way out if you want it. The tools will go on the end of the wand, and then also go on the end of the hose here. Let's put that back. In addition, get a little bit of paperwork. You've got a pamphlet on the history of Dyson. You've got some instruction or some assembly instructions. You have your warranty card, and of course the vacuum cleaner manual. Now you also get 3 standard tools that come with the vacuum. You've got a combo tool. This is a combination crevice tool, brush tool. Brush can slide to the front if you want to use it, and back if you want to use it as a crevice tool. We measured this, and we've got about almost 12 inches on a crevice tool, and that's pretty good. Nice reach. You've got a stair tool here, and you've got something called the Tangle-Free Turbine tool, and we're going to talk about this a little later. These also, or at least 2 of these, will fit reasonably well onto the tool clip that's provided with the vacuum. So, for example, you could put on your crevice tool here if you want it, or your combo tool, and the stair tool might fit in like that. This is a bit awkward to get on there, but those fit on fairly well. So that's what you get with the vacuum cleaner. Now, one of the first things we love about this machine is the fact that it comes with Dyson's Tangle-Free Turbine tool. And you can see that here. This unit has counter-rotating heads, and it's been designed to pick up long hair and string and thread and things like that, and not tangle. Now, this is your more traditional brush tool with a spinning brush roll. Both of these are non-motorized tools. What we're going to do here is show you the difference in terms of tangling with respect to the more traditional tool and Dyson's Tangle-Free. So let's start with the more traditional. Turn the vacuum on, give this a run. Okay, we can see that it's done a fine job. This is a medium pile carpet, by the way. But if we look inside here, we've got a tremendous amount of this stuff tangled into the brush roll, and that will have to be cleaned out. Sometimes you also have to pop the tool open just to get at a lot of the hair. Now, if you don't clean this out, it won't take long before this thing will actually clog up and stop. So let's check out Dyson's tool here. See how that performs. Okay, again, does a fine job. Let's take a look here. There's nothing. You've got no work to do. There's no tangling of the hair at all. So that is certainly something that we really like about the Dyson Ball Animal 2. We really like that the tools click into place. Now, for example, if we take the stair tool in the end of the wand here, put it on, see that? You can hear it click into place. That tool won't come out. It's quite sturdy. Now, it will come out if you press the button on the top. It comes out easy. Now, some other vacuums tools don't click into place. They have to be pushed on. It's typically called compression fit. And it's not ideal. They can fall off, or sometimes if you push them on too tight, they can crack. Or even if you push them on hard enough, they can be really hard to get off again. So it's nice. All the tools on the Dyson simply click into place, and we're happy with that. Now, we've taken the cleaner head off the vacuum. There's a little clip here that holds it on. It pops off quite easy. What we wanted to show you is how large this cleaner head is. Now, in terms of width, we're talking about 13.4 inches, which is quite a good size. Now, probably even more importantly, if we flip this upside down, this opening here, which is where all your suction is going through and where the brush bar is, this is something like 12.75 inches, which is quite big. And what that means is you have less back and forth movements of the vacuum necessary to clean a given area, so that's an advantage. One of the other things we like about this cleaner head is what Dyson call the active base plate, and you can see it's kind of like an accordion-like device here. And what that does is it moves up and down depending on the floor surface, and it also ensures that there's minimal gap between this device and the floor itself, thereby minimizing the suction that's lost around the perimeter of the nozzle. When that's minimized, most of the suction is forced through the opening here, and that's good for picking up as much debris as possible. Another good thing about this is the size of the motor. It's got a very large motor on it, and it's quite powerful. And in our review online, we have a video where we show just how powerful this is, and we're going to cut that into this video here so you can see it. Now the brush roll on the Dyson is very powerful, so much so that you can actually feel it vibrate in your feet and the carpet when you're vacuuming. And we're going to do a little test here to show you what we mean. We're going to take the Shark NV752 and we'll run that by this group of Fruit Loops here and just see what happens. Okay, and this is with the brush roll on. So what did we see? Not much of anything. I'm going to repeat that experiment with the Dyson Ball Animal 2. Brush roll on. Now that has nothing to do with air blowing around or suction or anything. That's simply the brush roll vibrating the whole floor. We do like that this vacuum really feels powerful, and Dyson actually state that no other vacuum has stronger suction at the cleaner head. Now, we can't substantiate that, but having used a lot of uprights before, we can tell you it does feel very powerful. Now, we've got 3 vacuums here. This is the Dyson Kinetic Big Ball Animal Plus Allergy. This here is the Dyson DC65 Animal. And of course the one we're talking about today, the Dyson Ball Animal 2. Now your Kinetic has about 180 air watts of suction. The DC65 has 245 air watts of suction. And the Dyson Ball Animal 2 has 270 air watts of suction. So it's about 50% more powerful than the Kinetic and about 10% more powerful than the DC65. We like the vacuum's cleaning performance on carpet, and here we have dog hair, we have all sorts of dust bunnies, ground up Cheerios, lentils, all sorts of dust and debris, and we'll show you how well the vacuum works on that. Now we have found with some larger debris, the active base plate can move that around a bit, but for most typical sized debris on carpet, the machine works very well. So, of course, this will be with the brush roll on. So there you have it. Did just a fine job. We're pretty impressed with how well the Dyson Ball Animal 2 works on bare floors. And what we've got here is a tile surface. We've got all sorts of dust and debris, similar debris to what was on the carpet. There's dust bunnies, there's pet hair, all sorts of lentils and finer debris, which we've actually tried to get into the crevices to see how well the machine picks up there. Because at this point, there will be no brush roll on, and it will just be relying on suction. So let's see how well this works. It does a pretty good job. As you can see, there's virtually nothing left. Now the vacuum also has a nice long cleaning reach. Cleaning reach we typically measure from the end of the plug end of the power cord to the end of the wand. Now in this vacuum, the power cord here is a full 35 feet, and it's a little more than average. Typically in an upright you see 30, sometimes even less. Now the hose and wand on this unit are, well, Dyson state that they are, I think, 15.4 feet. You get 15.4 feet of extension with this. However, we've often found that whatever the manufacturer says about this kind of thing is hard to get. When you pull it out, if you try to get the same number that the manufacturer tells you, usually your vacuum has long since fallen over. So we tend to measure these things, we stretch them out ourselves, and we measure it to the point where the vacuum just starts to tip. Now instead of 15.4 feet, we got 13.7 feet, but that's still quite a lot. If you add 13.7 to the 35-foot power cord, you got 48.7 feet of cleaning reach with this machine, and that's good. We love that the machine has Hepa filtration and a sealed system. And what that means is the air sucked into the vacuum doesn't leak out in cracks and poor seals and things like that before it's put through that Hepa filter. So basically the air entering the vacuum, all of it is forced through that Hepa filter before it's exhausted from the machine. So you know the air coming out of this thing is properly filtered. Now, it's got two filters. We've got a pre-motor filter here in the dust canister. Let's pop that open. You can see it here. And the post-motor filter is here. This comes off and the filter comes out. I won't bother to do that right now. We like the fact that consumables are kept to a minimum with the machine because both filters are washable and reusable. In addition, you've got no bag, so this is a bagless machine. The canister comes off very easy. Emptying is also very simple. You press the button and a little bit of dust comes out there, but works really easy. Goes back together, clips back on. Fairly straightforward. Also, this is 0.55 gallons, which is fairly large, so you're not going to find yourself having to empty the canister over and over again while you're vacuuming, and that's a nice feature as well. The final thing we like about the vacuum is the lengthy 5-year warranty. Now, to summarize, we like the Tangle-Free Turbine tool. It has the ability to pick up all sorts of material that would typically tangle around a brush roll. We like the tools that they click fit into place and they're not compression fit. We like this wide cleaner head. It covers a fairly large area with each pass, and the active baseplate underneath minimizes suction loss around the perimeter and focuses it on the suction channel. The powerful brush roll motor here helps with deep cleaning. The vacuum itself is fairly powerful at 270 air watts of suction. Pickup on typical carpet debris is good, as it is on bare floors. The fact that we've got whole machine Hepa filtration is great if you've got a household with people who have asthma or allergies. Both filters, here and here, are washable. Coupled with the fact that it's bagless, that helps to minimize consumables. The dust canister removes easily, empties easily, goes back into place easily. It's also large enough so that you won't find yourself constantly having to empty it. And as we just mentioned, you do have a reasonably long warranty. Now, these things are all the result of our experience testing and working with the vacuum, and also a lot of the things we've read. Others may run into some things that we haven't, or they may have a different experience with the vacuum, so that's just something to be aware of. Now, having discussed all these things that we love about the Dyson Ball Animal 2, there are things that we dislike about this machine, and you can see that in our video entitled Things We Dislike About the Dyson Ball Animal 2. Thanks for watching.